Evening. Thank you, Chairman Craven and honorable members of the House Judiciary Committee. Although I'm the former president of the Police Chief Association, I'm here as the Police Chief of Central Falls to speak in support of House Bill 5762, possession of a firearm at school grounds. I stand unified with the Rhode Island Police Chief Association on the other proposed gun bills. However, I will not be providing testimony on them, solely on this bill alone. In addition to being a police officer for the past 28 years, I'm a retired veteran of the Armed Forces. I spent roughly half my adult life as an NRA and FBI certified firearms instructor. I also sat in the governor's working group for gun safety. As such, I would certainly be able to provide a certain level of expertise in this matter. This bill differs in that the issue is not necessarily the gun itself, but the person wielding it. And I feel strongly that no one other than a peace officer, as defined in 12-721, and a retired law enforcement officer permitted pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 926B and 926C, should be authorized to possess a firearm on school grounds due to the level of training and the understanding of the rules of engagement, which that really has not been addressed here today. It's evident from recent events that most school shooters pay little mind to whether they will survive their attack. In reality, they universally plan for just the opposite. As a consequence, the presence of guns by those not trained to the level of law enforcement is likely not to deter, but may only lead to further casualties. It is a sad reality that even police officers, whose job requirements include being a well-trained, accurate shooter, regularly miss, and at times, misfortunately, shoot and injure the wrong person. The potential for innocent bystanders being injured or killed would only be exacerbated by the introduction of weapons by someone inexperienced citizens. That's all I have for testimony, but I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions of the Colonel? Thank you, Colonel. Thank you, all of you, for your testimony.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you, Joe. You got to, getting late at night, you got to yell.
Yeah, just Southside comping me. For you, dear lady, I walked in on your story, so you kind of took my heart away, especially when it comes to daughters. So I can relate, I understand, and I truly hope your family is fine. I truly mean that. And of course, to this good committee, I'm proud of my commissioner. Some things could be answered by what just happened. Of course, I know it's an ongoing investigation, and I'm not going to get into it. But here we have a house that's not too far from Robert Bailey. This good commissioner, along with a good chief, go in the house. The street officer goes in the house under your command, to your training, exactly what you just said, Chief, what you just testified on. And basically, everybody got brought out. If it didn't go that way, ladies and gentlemen, bullets would have been flying all over the place, and somebody's name would have been on that round. But because of training in scenarios that you don't know may happen, did happen today under this good man's leadership. So yeah, is there something going on in the training of the schools to maybe possibly even help you out? Because you surely didn't have to go through that. But the fact is, we got a good chief, we got a good commissioner here, and they understand and they see it. So I know Southside is very thankful for nobody getting shot or killed, including the bad guy. We could talk about that in the hallway, but I'm glad. Overall, I'm glad that nobody got, especially an innocent neighbor. So thank you both.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thanks, Joe.